Wait, what? Wait, what? Shut the fuck up! Don't be eating Taco Bell?
Yeah, like last time.
Dude, who's gonna bring me some Taco Bell?
No, last year, how many of you guys were at our panel for this last year? How many of you guys saw me bust my ass while I ate a taco?
I have it on video.
You saw nothing. That was because our now not so much drummer, Mike, pulled the chair out from underneath me. That was actually accidental.
What are you saying? I just want to talk about fucking now. Like, I'm kind of tired about it. I don't want to talk about our feelings, or let's get down to the sex. What is this? So has somebody submitted something for the approval of the Midnight Society? I think it was you. I think so.
It's the Midnight Society.
Welcome to Erotic Reading with Mr. Agitator and V is for Villains. Okay.
At least it's not Brofist.
Best fanfic ever.
I'll be the judge of that. But I'm sure it's gonna be fucking great.
I'm gonna assume that if you guys were interested enough to come to the panel, that you guys were at the show earlier.
Don't make any assumptions.
I was talking to you, Beavis. Did you guys have a good time? Thank you.
What was that for? Were you just like suck yourself off there a little bit? Hey, were we great? Harder somehow.
What's up? You're just jealous because I got them excited and you didn't?
Yeah, I saw that V hat. That's hot. I think half the room was like, we didn't see your fucking show. We just wanted to go somewhere where we could jerk off and no one would chastise us. And that is definitely this room. So if you... I'm not doing any hand checks, so if your guys' hands disappear, I don't say, oh, hi guys. Welcome to the panel. What the fuck are you wearing? I love it. I love it. You chocobos? Let me see. Oh, let me see. Turn around. Turn around. Okay, do a spin. All right. Now you put your right hand on her left breast. No. Not you, dude. Whoa!
That was the right
Whoa! Whoa! No. You put your right hand on my left ass.
Nice and slow. Nice and slow.
Slow circle.
I'm not okay with this. Cosplay is not consent. You see what I did there? I dressed like a whore? Yeah, I kind of did. Yes, my mother's proud of me. So, who is ready for this lovely morsel? And just to let you guys know, I'm just going to be out up front and honest, like when you have to have the talk before you fuck for the first time. I'm going to be like where you're just like, you know, I like this, these are my do's and don'ts. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I didn't bring shit to read, so you guys had better find some fan fiction and shit for me to read to you. I mean, some of you are apparently writing some right now? Well. And then I saw Mr. Agitator's cock. And it was really a space cock. It has tentacles and it opens. And anyway, Snake, I caught you. You just walked in on your parents doing it. Sit down. Sit down. That's right, I'm your fucking father. Yes. Let's wait, what? Sir, you are about to have a solid snake. I stole that joke. I was going to give you credit, but I decided I liked it, so I'm going to keep it.
What you're saying is, you want to know why they call you a big boss.
One of you at a time. I'm not in the threesomes.
First, you got top 2016, you
Nope, the snake first.
I introduced myself?
Hey, we got
I finished my submission this time.
That's
Yeah,
really
see?
fucking fast.
No,
Jesus.
because he didn't want it to get lost in the mire like last time.
He's here to agitate my loins.
That's really gross.
My loins are very agitated. Really? I love it. I just like that he actually wrote this and finished it in time, because I would have been like one hand on cock, one hand with pen. I would have been like... And then, you know, when I come and I shoot on it, it's just like the end.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If your loins are agitated, you might have the herpes. You know? Because you're agitated.
Yes.
Just so you guys are
There's
aware.
a shampoo for herpes?
What?
There's a gonorrhea shampoo?
Let me tell you what the best thing is.
Like, what do you do if you're like in the checkout line
We're
and this hot
currently-
chick is there and she's got the herpes shampoo?
We're currently live streaming this right there. And I'm pretty sure that the stream started when Revan, you were like, there's herpes shampoo?
There's herpes shampoo? I mean, not that there's a problem with that, man. It's not really a big deal. I'm just saying. It's
Something
true.
to be ashamed of.
It isn't. It isn't.
Embrace it.
So,
Let's talk about sex now.
yeah, what do we have there, Nick?
Yes.
Are you sure you're not calling Mr. Ancient because he got more crabs than a red lobster?
What?
I'm fairly certain that you just got stolen on, man.
Whoa! You just said I have crabs?
He just found out Mr. Agitator's secret
I will
identity.
defend this kind sir's honor. He has more cheddar biscuits in his stomach than a red lobster.
I don't know what that means. But it sounds pretty sexy. Whatever it is, I want cheddar biscuits in my stomach. I don't know what it means, but I want it. Because I'm pretty hungry for boob cake. Is this cheddar biscuits? I don't know. So thank you for outing me with crabs to the whole fucking room. Wait, what is that? Yes? Bring it to me. Bring this to me. Oh my god.
It has mescaline.
Thank you. There's frosting on it? You don't want me to... Jesus Christ, Solid Snake! What kind of a person do you think I am? Like, I just walk around fucking coming on everything? What? Hey, Mr. Agitator, can you sign this for me? I'll sign it with my dick. Hey, Mr. Agitator, I want you to meet my mom. Hi, Mom. Meet her with my dick. What about Dad? Met him with my dick. What about you? You're my fucking daughter, so... I fucked your mom. Wait, what?
Of course I met you with my dick.
Wow, this is about how a panel falls apart.
No, so usually we'll kind of read some long form stuff and like kind of, it depends on what it is, but I got some, you brought me beer. No, what I have compiled here on top of some of the other selections we have, and we'll get to my stuff a little bit later, is 10 just really shitty passages from various fictions. They're like paragraphs, but they're really fucking terrible. Ugh.
All right,
I think it's gonna start.
we're gonna start. You guys ready? All right. Wait, what?
I don't have anything else. The rum is in the room.
Yes. Is there enough to share with the rest of the class?
Hey, talk about titties and
Oh,
bubbles.
yeah. Titties and bubbles.
What is this?
You touch them first. Don't be stupid.
My dick's gonna be hard for like a month.
Solid snake.
All right, so I'm gonna have quite the solid snake. Oh, cool.
That would make you my son.
But isn't Solid Snake the son of Big... Wait.
He is Big Boss.
He is big. You know what? It's convoluted anyway. Anyway, fucking porn. Finger licking good. By Sean Marr. Is that Marr?
And my friend Andrew Daniels.
Oh, I wasn't gonna give that asshole credit. By Sean Mayer.
He did.
Then fuck him.
Yeah, he wasn't able to get here, but.
Tell him I said, alright, see him next time. Oh my god. And Andrew Daniels. Are you guys ready?
Yeah, always.
Alright, I need a complete and utter silence. So what that means is stop talking. What?
Are you off this?
Okay. I'll sign your fence with my dick. Remember that. Finger Licking Good by Sean Mayer and Andrew Daniels. The old man had approached me yesterday. Well, well, well. Is he an old man? So, wait, hold on. Well, well, well. How would our new employee like to earn a bit of overtime? Oh, do it a bit. Okay. Bane had approached me yesterday. Well, well, well. How would our new employee like to earn a bit of overtime? I was so excited.
Sure would.
Yes, Daddy. I was so excited by the prospect of making more money that I didn't bother to ask what the job entailed.
That sounds like your standard contract.
Which is how I end up doing things like Mr. Agitator Reads Erotic. Oh boy, you're gonna hire me? What am I doing? Read smut, you little freak. Oh, fuck. Okay.
But it's so much fun.
I know. No, I came up with this shit. I love this shit. It's Wait, what?
It's a handy job.
You want me to do it with helium? Bring back the helium. Oh yeah, I remember that. I was like,
No, if we're gonna do that again, it's gonna be sulfur hexafluoride.
after all, I and Colonel Sanders pick me. Wait. Wait, this is the fucking Colonel? All right. You've always had a thing for the Colonel?
Go on.
Oh. Damn, I think we're gonna see some magic here. We look over, Kizi Khaos is naked. She's just like,
No, have her read the Colonel's book.
you wanna read the Colonel?
And you are henceforth required to refer to him as only the Colonel. There is no Sanders, he's just the Colonel.
He's the Colonel. I was just a 20-year-old college student with no friends. I lived at my mother's house, searching the internet for memes and porn whenever I had time. So it sounds like a lot of our lives. My personal favorite genre was femdom. Just the idea of being dominated by a leather-clad woman and having a dildo shoved up my ass made my dick rock hard. As I
Don't sound
was
so
scrolling,
excited about it.
Well, it made me rock hard. Where are you going?
It's supposed to be fiction.
Wait, my dick's hard.
It's too much for them.
They always leave when it gets hard.
Oh, did you just grab yourself? Sir, that is lewd. That is lewd. I can't hear you. It's lewd and inappropriate.
Do it again. Just do it
Your
again.
dick is the Magic the Gathering expansion?
Yes!
I mean, all right. Cheers.
Brings new meaning to the saying, tap that. Thank you, I'll be here all week. I'm gonna take a nap under the table.
As I was scrolling through my usual memes, I discovered the beautiful savagery of Wendy's. As I continued to look through the memes, I discovered a motherload of lewd fan art. Smug Wendy was now my queen. I began to dream about her at night. My hands would be cuffed as she plowed into me with a strap-on dildo. She pounded and pounded as my mind blanked and out in pure ecstasy. When my eyes shot open, I realized it was about 1 o'clock in the morning. An explosion of jizz had filled my boxers. I looked at my calendar. That's bad. That's what happens to me. I'm just like, oh shit, boom, and I'm like, what day is it? I think I have a meeting next week. I came so hard, I have fucking amnesia. I looked at my calendar. I then remembered that I had to go to work today for my overtime assignment. It was 1 a.m. Yeah, I'm going to work right now. It was really too late to go back to sleep now, and I had to go into work at 3 o'clock. So I showered, got dressed. That's right, I'm watching you, class. And I had to go into work at 3 o'clock, so I showered, got dressed, had some cereal, toast, and orange juice, and headed out the door, frosted motherfucking flakes. As I arrived, I noticed fucking Wheaties, the breakfast of champions. What do you want?
The cupcakes taste like fruit rolls.
As I arrived, I noticed a sign by the employee entrance in the colonel's handwriting. The door is unlocked. Signed, Daddy Sanders. That's when you fucking go home because you're about to be murdered. If somebody ever leaves you a fucking note with Daddy in quotation marks and then their last name, like, did you enjoy the show? Daddy Santiago. Fucking either kill me and behead me, or you leave. Because if I catch you, you're fucking done.
There was a porn about that too. Darcy wrote it.
Was it called Daddy Santiago? I didn't quite know what to make of my boss's use of the word daddy. But I didn't want to lose my job, so I went in without question. When I entered the kitchen, I noticed that everything was spotless. Murder room. The counters were gleaming and clear of clutter. Then I noticed the sex toys. On one of the counters, an array of dildos handcuffs, and BDSM-related paraphernalia was neatly lined up. The colonel was leaning against the wall, not wearing his usual white suit. The bottom half was the same, but the top part was different. He was wearing a tight-fitting white vest, but no shirt, tie, or jacket. Man, this is fucking hot.
It's the fryers.
You tell how hard I am.
He wants to make you extra crispy.
His mom.
He wants to give you a drumstick.
He wants me to taste his coleslaw?
He's gonna get on the gravy train.
Christ.
I'm pretty sure we're all used to 2 drumsticks.
I'll never eat a KFC again.
For a reason.
What?
Well, it's 2 nuggets.
Jesus Christ, you guys are fucked in the head.
Oh.
Make music for them. Take responsibility.
Don't get them mashed potatoes.
He was wearing a tight-fitting white vest, but no shirt, tie, or jacket. His muscles were large and well-defined, and it was at this moment that I understood the reason behind the word daddy. I'm glad he did, because I was still going fucking know this. You look like you have muscles. Come here, daddy. I don't understand. You look like you could fuck real well, daddy. Like, why does that make him daddy? Anyway. You're early, he said. I like that. Our guest will be arriving any minute now. Oh my fucking
Who could that be?
What exactly am I doing today? I asked. Yes.
Please let it be the Burger King.
He continued. Please, it's not Mr. Agitator, is it? Oh, thank God. Because I didn't want people to know about that. Today we will be filming a promotional video of sorts. Is this like their training video for new hires? Fucking the colonel is like, welcome to KFC. I'm gonna teach you how to deep fry things. Watch as this new hire sucks my cock and I prepare your coleslaw.
Hey, I don't want to interrupt. At some point,
Then don't.
At some point, you're gonna have to make sure Ted reads something really fucking filthy.
Please,
Yeah,
At some point.
yeah, we're going to.
why not?
Question though. For coleslaw, what are we talking?
A promotional video?
Are you eating nuts?
That's right. Everyone's going on about Wendy's this and Wendy's that. Really? They're gonna fuck Wendy? So I thought I'd turn the tables. And how are you going to do that? I'm going to show that brat who her daddy is. And you're gonna film it for me. We'll go. Jesus Christ. The only way that could be read is, I'm gonna show that brat who her daddy is, and you're gonna film it for me. My mind was racing. Did that mean that Wendy, the smug queen of my dreams, was going to be here? Did that mean that Colonel Sanders was going to tie her up and ravage her while I filmed? I turned around to run for the door, but it was too late. Wait, why were you running, bro? Sounds like you were into that shit. He was just like, not Wendy, the smug queen of my dreams. Colonel's gonna make you do it. I saw her. She came in with a devilish grin on her face. A duffel bag was slung over her shoulder filled with God knows what, and a whip was clasped tightly in her smooth hands. Well now, boy, pick up the camera, she said. Two can play at this game. I'm Wendy. I picked up the camera and she continued to speak. She unbuttoned her shirt, exposing her beautiful pair of breasts. Her pink nipples were already erect from her sadistic desires. You wish you could make white meat this good, old man? Well, I'll teach you how to properly tenderize your meats. She matched her gaze to the Colonel and licked her lips. Bend over! The Colonel removed his pants and boxers and bent over without hesitation. Does
he have like little chickens on his boxers? Can he have that?
Yeah, it sounds kind of hot if he did. He was at one of complete and utter submission, as if some kind of supernatural force had come over him. Wendy finished stripping and pulled out a container of peanut oil. I know this is normally used for deep frying chicken, but you'll find it has other uses as well. Oh, and before I forget, the safe word is baconator. Which forever became my safe word. I brought it with me. Did I ever tell you guys that my safe word is baconator? Baconator! Baconator! Fuck! Double or triple? Oh, I don't remember.
It's always the triple.
It's a triple baconator. Wendy put on a jock-style harness with a silicone dildo, and then began dildo, and then began to play. I'm having a stroke. And then began to apply the lube to the strap-on. So she's just like getting it ready. The Colonel spread his asshole. Sentence of the fucking year. The Colonel spread his asshole.
Don't tell your dad that.
Oh, God. I quit! I'm done.
Now I can't post this.
Yeah, you can.
You can. It's my father's just... Fuck you, man!
A little more disappointed.
The guy who's not my dad spread his asshole wide as she slowly inserted the silicone chicken strip into it. Oh my God. He moaned as she thrust it in slowly. My free hand began to move towards my zipper as I felt a bulge in my pants. God, I wish that was me. I wish it was me. Wendy began thrusting harder and harder, and the Colonel began to moan louder and louder.
That is the saddest thrust I've ever seen.
Put my back into it? Dude,
the edge of that fucking table, man.
I don't want to kill all of you. The awesome power of my mighty thrusts. If I thrusted like I do for real, that's how I fuck. It's just one zen thrust. When I concentrate the energy, and it's just like boom, and it's like shockwaves, and everyone's kids die in the neighborhood. But it's okay because I just made about 400 more.
It's like what if One Punch Man punched you with his hips?
Yes, I'm gonna fuck you so hard your grandma's gonna die. Did you say butt thrusters? What? I'm sorry, I lost my place at thrust. God, I wish that was me. Wendy began thrusting harder, and the Colonel began to moan louder and louder, until I thought he'd eventually start clucking like a chicken. Wendy looked over and saw that I had been jerking off for about 10 minutes now. This has been going on for 10 fucking minutes? Oh, would you like to switch places with my servant? I nodded eagerly. You see me holding my cock, right?
Butterfly biscuit.
Wendy stepped away from the Colonel as he collapsed to the floor with a stupefied grin, his tongue sticking out, with both his hands making peace signs. So, why?
I'm pretty sure that was Nixon.
No, you roll your head back.
I'm not doing it! I'm not getting fucked in the ass by Wendy tonight. Whoa!
It's called a hegio. All the
I don't know what it is. I'm too old for this shit. He was not a crook. All right. I like that. Nyteshade.
Only I got that.
He's not a crook.
Only I got that one. I did. It wasn't as good as that. It wasn't that. It was alright.
My mind went blank as I began to suck on her silicone Twitter hitter. While looking up into the camera lens, she began to thrust harder and harder until I almost threw up. Would you like me to put it in? She said. She asked. Yes, mistress, I responded. My pants dropped to the floor and I laid on my back as she made me the next target of her delicious silicone punisher. She put the camera on the table where it could still see us and began to move her hips faster and harder. I was in heaven as she moved in and out, in and out. 5 minutes went by and I was ready to burst. Jizz spurted out of my penis like an out-of-control ice cream machine, and the mistress noticed. Well, that worked a lot better than Ronald's ice cream machine. It looks like I spilled a Frosty all over your body.
McFlurry. Who's had a McFlurry?
What? Only 3 of you have had a McFlurry? Who's had a McFlurry? Like 2 people were like, who's had a McFlurry with cum in it? What?
When he's in charge, does that make her the Dairy Queen?
My hat is off to you, sir. No. Wait, you want me to take off my clothes? Oh, my hat. I thought you wanted me to take off my pants. Are you sure? Sure you don't want me to? I will. You have singles? Whoa, you're paying me. I'm stripping. Daddy's got to take his girls out to dinner. Anyway. Anyway. It looks like I spilled a Frosty all over your body. I was without words. I had experienced Nirvana for the first time in my life. Wendy got up. Nirvana. It's like a happy place or a band. Wendy got up and stopped the, is that the end?
What flavor Frosty?
Oh, Wendy stopped the recording as the Colonel and I were lying. Shut the fuck up! Shut up! This is important. This is really fucking important. Recording as the Colonel and I were laying on the floor in ecstasy, completely unaware of the crowned man behind the counter watching us and beating his meat. The end. Yes.
Dead mascot face. That mascot face is jerking off.
I mean, what I am going to say to that, before I give this to the not here, I feel, what the fuck were you thinking? Explain yourself right now. No, I'm kidding, I get it, man. I'm pretty hard, so I got you. All right, what
Needs more Hamburglar.
are we reading next?
It does need some grimace. What you got? Well, here's what I'm gonna do really quick, just because it's super quick. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Don't you tell me what to do. I'm a goddamn adult. I pay taxes.
He's not an adult. He doesn't pay taxes.
Kale Rakowski, raise your hand.
Huskies like the dog?
Yeah, no, man, you're not paying attention, Toodles. Thank you for sending this fucking picture of Goofy that says, face down, ass up. That's the way we like to heal. Very appropriate for the panel. Thank you.
What?
You don't. This.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Very appropriate for the panel. I appreciate you. Thank you. So what I compiled is this. It's basically the 10 worst passages in erotic fiction. Yeah. So these are tiny little fragments. They're just here to wet your whistle with dicks.
My immortal cannot be on that list.
The first entry is called Down and Dirty in the Shower. And it goes a little something like this.
Oh my.
Need the slack. In the shower, Ed stood with his hands at the back of his head, like someone just arrested. What the fuck was this shit? Oh no! Sorry, I was very surprised. Like someone just arrested while she abused him with a bar of soap. So, after a while, he shut his eyes and Diane, wielding her fingernails now and staring at his face, helped him out with 2 practiced hands, one squeezing the family jewels. That's passage number 1. It's a bit crap. Come here. Come read these with me.
You want me to read one?
Yeah, come here. No, you read it with me.
Oh, Nyteshade's got to read something.
Yeah, Nyteshade reads it.
Oh, come here, Ted.
All right. Hear this.
Hey, Ted.
I ate a lot of peanuts, so I'm sorry if my voice is weird.
Stop gobbling nuts.
It was a salty peanuts. What's in
He
a
drank a lot of
name?
cum. That's
Okay, well, she said nothing then, her lovely mouth otherwise engaged.
William Shatner?
Don't kill my vibe, all right? Kendrick Lamar, Bishop Lamar. I'll start again. She said nothing then. Her lovely mouth otherwise engaged until he came all over her face.
Reading this like poetry slam.
Well, that's how I feel. To me, love making is poetry, but whatever. I mean, that's just me, though.
You made me break the table.
I stopped at a good place. She had gagged and moved him outside her lips, rubbing his spurting glands across her cheeks. And chin, they really gave me the best one.
Now you sound like Christopher Walken. Rubbed a gland all over my face.
I'm losing my place because I'm making myself longer.
With those glands on your face.
What is going on here?
What's the last thing I said? The gag? It moved-
No, you talked about glands on her face.
The glands on her face. He had wanted to cry out, sitting up as if jolted by electricity, as the spurts, the deep throbs rooted in his asshole. Continued, but he still knew what name to call her. Miss Rogament? Is that what that says? I don't think I know the English language anymore. I'm trying to hide it.
To be fair, Mrs. Rogement, R-O-U-G-E-M-E-N-T, Rogement?
It kind of built up to nothing. I'm sorry, guys. What is this word?
It's a name. It's a name.
wow. Does it take 3 of them? 1 fucking word.
Hey, we're into threesomes. You're not. You made that clear earlier.
Fair enough.
That's my ass, Carlton. Okay, well,
Okay, well.
I've lost my place.
What is this? Here, just read this.
What are you fucking doing over there? They just want to hear about fucking! Yeah! Like one guy was like, yeah! And everyone
getting good at pillow talk. Downright sappy.
Let's hear about some penetration.
All right. His mouth lathered with her sap. He turned around and embraced her face.
Just as a side note, don't ever call your girlfriend's vagina filling with sap. Don't ever say that. Tell her to go like, I love running my tongue up your bark and sap. Just so much sap.
True. As sap-like as it is, you don't really acknowledge the sap-likeness.
The sap like, whoa, who the fuck have you been with recently?
We'll talk about it another time.
All right.
Here, I'm gonna do this, Ted. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna move to the next one, because I didn't like it. Stick to what you know. He retained the memory of her bare pink vulva. It was as though Father Christmas had popped up in her midst. He forced his way inside her, determined to accomplish what he had come for. Crystal moaned a little, her head thrown back, her nose became broad and snout-like. That's the whole passage. That's it. It's a fucking cliffhanger.
Really? Did Santa?
Yeah.
We did catch Mommy kissing Santa Claus.
It seems to be that may have been what it was. Nick, come here. I got this one. You need to read this one.
Oh, yeah.
A lasting impression. Starts right there. He came again so hard that his dick wrenched out of her hand, and a shot of it hit him straight in the eye and stung like nothing he'd ever had in there. And he yelled with the pain. But the yell could have been anything. And as she grabbed his dick, which was leaping around like a shower drape, dropped in an empty bath. What? She scratched his back deeply with the nails of both hands, and he shot 3 more times in thick stripes on her chest, like Zorro.
I enjoyed that one the most, I think. Like a Zorro-esque, like, coming situation. Good, I'm gonna keep that.
I got one more, and then you can read other things. When words fail us, I pull my dress off. Hold on, I am wearing a dress.
Now turn around.
Sometimes I do shit and I say shit when we're doing these panels, and then I go like, I wonder what my sons are gonna think of me. When they grow up. If my wife is watching the live stream, please don't leave me. I pull my dress off and I'm naked. No shit. That's you. No, everybody knows that when you pull your dress off, you're wearing Spanx.
She's got her petticoat.
He reaches down and roughly grabs me between the legs. I can feel his long, bony finger slip inside me. His thumb slides into the crack of my bottom and lifts me like a bowling ball. Or maybe like a 6-pack. Like I was light as a feather. Look, nobody is gonna stick their thumb in your butt and lift you like a bowling ball. I mean, they could.
Have you really never done that?
Can't say
I've
that.
done that a bunch of times.
Oh, good. Excellent. It's good to know.
It's kind of like this.
It's your turn.
We could try
I think
it.
we need to take turns doing this. Because there's multiple parts here.
Are there any visuals for the hearing impaired? Yeah.
Hey, Bethany!
Mr. Agitator and Fallon Flynn are actually going to demonstrate it.
That's it. Have you all seen these two do their thing?
John, look up whip porn and maybe.
What about what porn?
Like some whip shit. So maybe.
Whip porn? It's right there. Those two.
So we could read and maybe they could.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So here's what I need you guys to do really quick in order to enrich the overall quality. Anytime somebody says something about thrusting or ejaculating, I need you to crack a whip. Can you do that?
Oh, wait. I get ready all at once.
All right.
Stand here.
Are you gonna hurt me?
Yes, I'm gonna hurt you bad.
Pretty good.
Oh shit, make some noise. Come on.
One more time. I hope my wife doesn't leave me. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
one more time.
Sons, sorry.
Your wife loves us.
She does love them. She's actually
Give it
gonna
up for
say-
April and Bethany.
Thank you.
Love them. Love you guys. Don't leave. Stay with us forever. All right, so this is a fan submission. You guys ready for a fan submission? All right. And what's your name, sir?
Donnie. Donnie has written for us before.
Donnie what? Donnie Christie? That's
That is
that's
a porn
bitchin'
star
ass
name, dude.
I like that. That's like Wall Street Trader name. Fuck yeah. So Donnie Christie wrote for us, Humping the Trump. I love you. Bye. Bye, ladies.
Thanks for
Give them a round of
whipping me
applause
and
again.
humping my butt.
They humped John's butt.
They humped my butt.
Listen, if only Colonel Sanders had a whip. Winning. Yeah, maybe. Humping the Trump. Page 1. I think the G is backwards there. I like it more. 9:30 p.m. Trump was having a great day. A fantastic day. It was the best day ever. It was huge. He had negotiated many deals. Huge deals. He was a great negotiator. I love myself, he said, admiring the person in the mirror. He had yet to realize he would be getting much more than self-love tonight. Jesus. 10 p.m.
The Donald swaggered down the hallway to the sauna, and nothing but a silky smooth. I already don't like the visual silence. A silky smooth Snow White bathrobe. Looming in front of him was the solid gold door to the bathhouse. Guarding it were two large, very hairy bears.
None shall come in, ejaculated the bears.
Judges?
Sure.
I don't know. I kind of
We'll
feel
allow
like if you ejaculate something, you're like, I'm here, coming, as a period. I feel like that's how you fucking finish it.
I gotta be honest with you too, I find it ironic that a couple of bears coming tell us no one can come in.
None shall come in, ejaculated the bears. In my version, in my mind, they're on a unicycle. Niet, let him in, shouted a thick Russian voice, throwing open the door. Oh, it was Vladimir Putin, President of Russia. He swiftly wrestled each of the bears down simultaneously.
Like you would.
Pinning them down until they were nothing but a sweating, heaving mess of pleasure. Wait. Well, get out! My apologies, Putin boomed throatily. My apologies, Putin boomed throatily, reassuringly clasping Trump's hand, kissing me. He batted his eyelashes at Donald. Oh Jesus, it's double-sided. Page 2. Join me and we shall get his steamy, da? Donnie, who the fuck is Donnie?
Donald Trump.
Oh, Donnie Trump.
Dumbass.
I just have never thought of him as a Donnie. I'd be like, what, you didn't vote for Donnie Trump? Who didn't vote for Donnie? Donnie's the best.
I'm clearly talking about Donnie Wahlberg.
Yeah, come on, you didn't vote for Donnie?
Donnie Osmond?
Donnie Osmond, fuck Donnie Osmond. I hope he's watching this live stream and he's crying. Donnie Osmond, fuck you. Donnie Osmond's like, I'm never going to their shows again. Donnie slid into the warm, sudsy water, already feeling the bubbles massage every inch of his submerged body. Or was that a hand that was grasping his foot? The hand of a strong man? That was a question, so I always knew we could get along. Oh, that's Trump. Yeah. I always knew we could get along, Trump stated matter-of-factly. This began a long round of flirting as the two world leaders sized each other up. Da. That's all you had to say about that. I always knew we could get along. Da. Vladimir said, rubbing soap all over himself as his eyes roared all over the American president's hot, H-A-W-T, hot, wrinkly body.
Hot, wrinkly body?
Trump was mesmerized by Putin's chest hairs, the way they floated in the water.
Very manly.
Very manly.
I need to take a second to say something. I appreciate the amount of craftsmanship that's gone into this because you put so much thought into this that there are like multiple color inks on this, which means you wrote this in like portions and chunks over time. Did you really?
Really?
That's
There's no
fucking
rhyme or
weird,
reason?
man. No.
This is the letter of a madman. I love it.
Okay, I read the brown
I
part.
want you to mail it to people on death row. Can you do that? See what they write you back. Can you do that for me? I feel like they'll really get it.
Mail to the White House.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. That's when a fucking SWAT team repels in here. And then they're like, we heard what you said about the bear ejaculating. They're like, freedom of speech, motherfucker! And they'll be like, no, get in the black van. What?
Wouldn't Peter be in there too?
Wouldn't who be in there?
Peter?
PETA? Yeah, PETA doesn't like it when bears in their sentences with coming exclamation marks. Go ahead.
So we stopped at very manly. Very manly.
Yes, you and I did stop it.
We did stop at very manly. Hey, when we were kids, brothers,
I never
did
thought
you ever
we would
think
do
that we
this,
would be
no.
here at this moment talking about jizzing bears?
I didn't think we would. I knew we would be here.
I know you did. Why did you do this to me? Without conscious effort, he sidled up to Putin, gently placing his hands over the chest hair. Their legs began to intertwine. Trump's roaming hands, presumably the one that he grabs the pussy with, roaming hands brushed against something hard.
Whoa! Trump splurted before laughing.
Spluttered. It's spluttered.
Spluttered. Whoa!
We're almost out of time.
Putin said nothing,
Makes me sad.
sighing contentedly in pleasure. He sipped his Miller High Life as Trump got increasingly bold in his maneuverings. At last he spoke. You want to know why they call me Vlad the Impaler in high school? Please, Trump moaned in need. Let me put in my Iron Giant and you'll find out. I'd always open my borders for you, Vladdy. You can rush in wherever you feel like. Putin purred with pleasure. Can I tamper with your erection first? Trump was getting impatient. He shoved his mouth over Putin's, tonguing him. This is the worst thought. They French kissed. This is still better than 50 Shades of Grey. They French kissed passionately, fencing their swords against each other in a World War battle of love. You won the night. I'm dead. I want somebody to make that a plaque so I can hang it in my studio. Just that line. They French kissed passionately, fencing their swords against each other in a World War battle of love. That is poetry. Help me get away from myself, Putin whispered in his ear. I'm going as fast as I can because we're out of time. It was with great surprise that Kim Jong-un and Why you don't welcome me to party, huh? I'll show you. Kim strode confidently into the room, his small red missile pointed up into the air.
ready to launch.
This thing might be unstable, but it has a huge payload. Me and my minions will now fuck you all to death. This is just like watching CNN.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is just status
The
quo.
minions spread around the room, giggling all the while, their little yellow schlongs leaking pre-cum as they prepared to pound the president. Are you talking about like the minions from the fucking movie? I just thought you were being like super racist. I don't know. Not so fast. Trump stated coolly, his patriotic boner pointing at Kim. You little boy can't compare to my fat man. I thought it said you can't come to fart man.
Sure, why not at this point?
Putin shouted resolutely, sipping the last of his Miller High Life before turning Super Saiyan. Trump also transformed to his high energy form. They proceeded to fuck Kim Jong-un and all the little minions to death.
No. Hey.
Trump smiled. You can't hump the Trump. The end.
Let me ask you a question. What exactly does fucking Putin look like when he goes Super Saiyan? He has tufts of hair on the side of his fucking head. What does that look like?
Not only that, I have an assignment for you. A villain mission, if you will. Can you perform this task for me, sir? What? You will accept this mission. You are to take this. You are to find a grade schooler's backpack. You're to slip this into said backpack because though it looks like it was kind of written by a child, I feel as though when his mother finds it, she's gonna have some very interesting questions for little Timmy.
See, and then everybody was always like, I don't understand why these guys try to pretend to be fucking villains. They're sweet people. And then he says shit like that, and there it is. Thank you for joining us, everybody.
You guys have a good night.